All right, man. Kansas City Chiefs lost to Buffalo. Not only did they lose to Buffalo last night, they got whooped on by Buffalo. Let's talk about, is it over for the Kansas City Chiefs? Did the league figure them out? And check out the NFL playlist. Thumbs up the video, share, review, subscribe to the channel. Best way, donate to the channel. Hit all notification gang. But yeah, I mean, it happens. The greatest show on turf. People figure that out. Bill Belichick cracked the code on them. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand he cracked the code on them. Andy Reid ain't that good of a coach. I keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? He was limited in Philadelphia a lot. You know, he was limited in Philadelphia a ton. You know, and that's what happened. And also they have zero defense. Zero defense. The defense have got a lot worse. You know, they spent a lot of money protecting Patrick Mahomes, but they didn't do a lot of money protecting defense, and all of it go hand in hand. It was for years that, you know, Andy Reid would make it to the NFC Championship game with Jim Johnson. He would hold up his side. Rest in peace to him as a defensive coordinator. Defense would hold up their side of the bargain, and the offense didn't do what they supposed to do. Patrick Mahomes bailed him out. And now that you know why Patrick Mahomes having all these turnovers and stuff of that nature? The reason Mahomes having all these turnovers and all that, because he got to do more because the defense ain't bagging him up. They ain't giving him no turnovers. And it's over with for them. And they'd be smart to bring Andy Reid the hell up out of there and get somebody out in there who can build an overall good team. That window probably closed. You know, it's a number of reasons why we can go in there and say Kansas City lost. You could say they don't have Sammy Watkins to run those routes and be that reliable third option. You could say that. You could say the defense ain't stopping nobody. You could say that. Patrick Mahomes got all the time in the world. You know, you can say they didn't run the ball. All of the critical things that they've been able to gloss over the years, not running the ball, you know what I'm saying? Throwing the ball around. Now it's biting them in their butt. Three things you need for a championship team, okay? You need to be able to stop the run the ball, and get after the passer. And how many of them they can check off the box? They can't stop the run right now. They can't run the ball right now. And they can't get after the passer. So like I said before, the window is closed. Let's keep it real. The window is closed for them as far as what they've been doing. Now, can Andy Reid make the adjustment and reinvent? Can they make the playoffs this year? It's a way. You know what I'm saying? It's a way, but they're going to have to run the ball and play a ball-controlled offense. That's the honest truth. They're going to have to run the ball and play a ball-controlled offense, short passing, and not people taking Tyreek Hill away and telling Mahomes to chop it up underneath. And how can I chop it up underneath? How can I chop it up underneath when I don't have route runners? Only route runner I got is Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nobody to go underneath and run routes. That's what Sammy Watkins made such a good and great impact at. Sammy Watkins was able to run underneath. You had to respect him. He is a chain mover when he was healthy. And not only can he run precise routes, he can get down the field. You know, if they had like a Cole Beasley to move the chains, cool. That's what they kind of need, somebody who can move the chains. You know what I'm saying? They need a slot receiver that can run routes and move the chain. He don't necessarily have to be Sammy Watkins and go deep. He just got to run precise routes underneath. And it don't like they played us Cole Beasley last night neither. You know, they thought that McCole Hardman was going to come in and do the job, but he just somebody that stretched the field. You need somebody underneath that can help Travis Kelce out and move the chains. You know, what I call Detroit about T.J. Hockenson, you know, I don't know what their draft capital is. I'm a Lion fan. I don't know. You know, play 2 tight end sets and make people put heavy sets out and then go deep. That might do it. You know, also Hockenson, George Kittles, and those guys can block. You know, so, you know, that's how Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they kept reinventing the offense. You know, they kept bringing the right pieces on defense. Now people can't sneer at the Belichick offense, but, you know, right idea. If I can find another tight end that can run routes and run and do the things that Kelce can do, and he also can block, I'm going out there with 2 tight ends. You know what that do? That means we're going to run the ball, and they don't know when we're going to throw it. And also, they're going to have to bring people in the box. Go over the top. That's what I would do in Kansas City in the offseason. I'll go out there, and I try to find an all-around tight end. You know, if that's O.J. Howard, I trade for him. Cameron Brate. Somebody like that, I can, Hunter Henry or Juno Smith from the Patriots. If I can find somebody like that, and they can block, and they can go out there and catch rob, we'll go with 2 tight end sets. And then you can go out there with Josh Gordon, you go out there with Tyreek Hill, and they will have to stay back and let you work underneath with the tight ends and work the seams, or they would have to put people in the box because you would be running the ball and you go over the top. That's the small adjustment defensively. They need to be looking at defensive players. This year is a wrap. This year they need to be looking at edge rushers. This year they need to be looking at linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks. But like I said before, it's over with for them this year. Let's be real. The league have caught up with them. Can an injury change something? Can an adjustment change something? It could. What's the adjustment? Running the ball is an adjustment. But can Andy Reid help himself from throwing it all the way around to protect Patrick Mahomes, to protect Hill, to protect? He can't. They gonna throw this thing into the dirt. That's what they gonna do. They're not making the playoffs this year. I don't know what their schedule look like. I don't know if they 16 touchdowns, 6 picks. But you know why? He's stressing. It ain't that he ain't the good quarterback. We thought he was. He's stressing. Defense can't stop nobody. You got to go point for point with everybody. And their defense that bad. I think the Detroit Lions defense better than their defense. And that's saying a lot. You got to go point for point. You look at Kansas City. Let's see what their schedule look like. The rest of the way, Washington, that should be a win. Tennessee, that could be a win. But the way they defense, they're hearing my run be the first running back to run for 500 yards. Giants could be a win. Packers lost. So let's look. Let's see. Washington. I don't know about the Titans. Giants. Raiders could be a win, especially after Gruden said what he said. He said Denver could be a win. They losing. They playing. Raiders could be a win. They losing to the Chargers. They might could beat the Steelers. Might could beat the Broncos. So they get 7 more wins. So they'd be, they had 10 wins. They had 10. They should have around 10 wins. They might slide in the 7th seed, but they're easy out. All that getting high stuff, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. In the offseason, they got to make adjustments. Got to find another tight end. They got to find another route runner receiver, which you can find these from early to late in the draft, the middle of the draft. They got to find another. They got to find some defensive players, some pass rushers, some interior linemen. They got to find some linebackers. They can fix this in the offseason, but in the season, they can't fix it. And Kansas City is blown by. Chargers coming up. Baltimore, they still coming. Who else we got? Buffalo. I mean, come on. It look like Chargers, Buffalo, and Baltimore is the cream of the crop. And you've seen that shootout that Las Vegas had yesterday. It was a beauty with Cleveland. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Check out the NFL playlist. Other than that, I want to make a financial donation. Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. What you think in the comment section. Peace.